This is me, pregnant, and this is my body. You know, there is so much beauty in how the woman body transforms during this journey. This is me, 4 months postpartum after my first baby. And this is also me, 4 months postpartum after my second baby. And it is all worth it because, I mean, look at their smiles. So let's have a conversation. Let's talk about how the body changes during pregnancy and after giving birth, from carrying a new life to embracing a new one. Talking about the body. That's what's up. This up a little bit, and this to the side. Hey loves, hey queens, hey beauties, welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be another spicy one. Yeah, this is a little bit TMI. Put their hands, there's gonna be a lot of invasion going on. I'll just spread it up. I would literally like lose some drops of pee. This added weight in the right areas, the titties, the boobies. This is gonna be another fun one. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about changes that my body went through after birthing a baby, actually 2 babies. And we're gonna be very honest because you guys seem to love these honest conversations and real life experiences, and just giving you guys exactly the tea. How it is, what it's like, how it's been. And it's been wild, but we're just gonna dive straight into this video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let me try and get comfortable in case you guys see my tummy. It is life. I'm eating, I'm breastfeeding, I am surviving. But how have you guys been? I just want to start out by saying, how have you guys been? Hope everything is going amazing. Thanks for the love on our last couple of videos. You guys seem to like these real pregnancy, motherhood, life experiences. So I'm going to be doing this quite often because the algorithm and you guys don't lie. So where do we begin? In case you guys are new here, hey, welcome. My name is Kelechi Mbwamana Osai. On this channel, we talk all about motherhood. We talk a lot about beauty because look at this face, look at this hair. We do a lot of hair tutorials, we do a lot of tech tutorials, lifestyle content. I share with you guys tips and tricks on how to create content on YouTube and off YouTube as well. And I also like to share with you guys how to make a profitable brand online. But now what I like to do is to share with you guys my life experiences as I go through them. And an experience I'm currently going through is motherhood and life during and after like giving birth and what it's been like. And I feel like something that we don't talk about is the physical aspect of, you know, life and body after giving birth, after birthing a human being, after conceiving a complete human being. It is definitely a transformational journey. Yeah. Someone always wants to make a guest appearance on my channel. Okay. We're bringing her right back. Whoa, look who's here. Our princess is here. Your online niece is here. And she, for some, oh my God, be careful with these kids, with these babies, because their grip, I don't know where they get the strength from. Their grip is so firm and so tight. So yeah, let me just take her hands off my hair. My love, can you wait? Can I get my hair off you? My love. For some times like this where I want to just create content and be consistent and be productive, it is hard finding the balance between life, work, motherhood, marriage, and all that. But see, if you can't find a balance, stack it up and do what you have to do to make it work, like I always say. So now I tried finding a balance and the balance is not balancing. So I'm going to stack it up and have her on here. And I hope you guys don't mind. So we're just going to run through this video and I'm going to share with you guys my own experiences. And I feel like I've gotten to this point in my life whereby I'm no longer, I don't want to say ashamed, I'm no longer hesitant, or I'm confident and proud of everything that I have gone through, which is why I feel like it's easy for me to post all those cringy birth vlogs and experiences, because like, why not? Like, why not? Like, what am I hiding? Is it the body? Is it obviously like you not see the explicit content and all that, but you would see the process, and I like being real with the process, even though the process what are you doing? Even though the process isn't always pretty. In case you guys don't know, I am a mom of 2. I've had 2 kids in under 2 years. So for the last 2 years, my body has gone through, it has gone through ups and downs, literally ups and downs. It's been big for the last 9 months, and then like it's been gone for the I don't know what I'm saying, but it's been ups and downs. Like I've been pregnant and not pregnant, and then pregnant again and not pregnant now. So it's been a rocky road. I say I'm kind of, I wouldn't say an expert, but I'm kind of knowledgeable about these changes, and I'm here to give you guys the tea and to share with you guys exactly what to expect. First thing I want to talk about, definitely, this is a no-brainer. This is weight gain, guys. Now, the funny thing about the human body is it's so miraculous how it works. And a huge factor that I feel like a lot of people overlook or don't pay attention to is genetics. Now, I'm someone who used to be skinny. When I say skinny, I mean like a stick. I used to be like this. Literally. I used to be like a size 4, UK size 4, UK size 6, depending on what I'm wearing. I did add weight, and I added weight in the right areas, if I do say so myself. I'm loving the weight gain. It's kind of proportional, if you get what I mean. The weird thing is, I gained weight during my pregnancy, right? But compared to post-pregnancy, compared to after I had given birth, I feel like I gained a lot more weight after giving birth. And I'll show you guys a before and after clip of my first child, Carson. I documented this. I also have a video on this on my channel as well. I'll leave the link in the description box so you guys can check it out. I showed you guys my transformation from being pregnant and then postpartum, I think about 3 months after I had given birth. And after I gave birth, I kind of lost a lot of weight. But the funny thing is, they don't tell you this, that after you've given birth, it's just the beginning of your weight gain, right? If you're someone who is breastfeeding, your body burns a lot of fat, right? But it does require a lot more fat to replace it. See, when I tell you that I gain more weight postpartum compared to me being pregnant, because something I realized is while I'm pregnant, especially when I'm heavy, when I'm close to like my due dates, my last trimester, it's hard for me to eat because now the baby is big inside of my tummy, and it's kind of hard for you to eat and digest food because, again, the whole internal structure of your body has been compromised by a human being living inside. So she or he is going to be pushing on all your internal organs. My love, what's it? Do you want to sleep so that mommy can film? This is life and we're living it. Yeah, sleep. Yeah, she wants to sleep. Okay, let's do this so that I can go and film as well. You have these little human beings living with you. You tend to sing nonsense. You tend to make up your own rhymes and your own songs. And in a day, I make up about at least 20 songs that I've never heard of, and I can't remember it the next day. So I just sing songs as we go. Do you wanna sleep? Mommy wants you to sleep. Mommy wants you to sleep. Go, go. So yeah, like I was saying, I tend to gain more weight after giving birth compared to like being pregnant, because when I'm pregnant, especially during my first trimester, there's going to be a lot of like morning sickness, a lot of throwing up, lots of appetite. Everything is kind of disgusting. I remember my first pregnancy with my first child, Carson. I could not smell cooked meat. Like if you're boiling meat or boiling chicken or boiling anything, it was just disgusting. Like I would literally throw up. Definitely a different experience compared to her, because I didn't have those symptoms. So I didn't eat a lot first trimester. The first 3-4 months, first 5 months actually, I didn't eat a lot. Then after the 5th month, for both of them, everything just kind of changes. I'm able to eat for another 2 months, right? And then during my last trimester, everything changes as well. I don't eat as much, because now the baby becomes bigger. She's pressing on my tummy. It's harder to digest. You're having heartburns and whatsoever. You're supposed to gain weight during pregnancy, but compared to post-pregnancy, my weight gain post-pregnancy is usually like double compared to being pregnant, because now I have to breastfeed. My appetite has doubled. I feel like once the baby leaves the tummy, like that space becomes like empty and it needs to be filled up with food. That's my own logic, because I tend to eat more after giving birth, and obviously it makes sense because now you're producing food, you're burning fat, you're feeding, if you think about it, you're feeding the baby with every nutrient that the baby is going to need to survive for months. So you can only imagine what is inside the food that you're eating from me. So yeah, that's definitely something to note. Genetics does play a role. Some people tend to gain weight faster than the others. To be honest with you, I am in love with my weight gain. I love how we are looking now. Like I said, I used to look like a stick. Now I look like a grown woman. Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks to you. Cannot talk about the body changes without talking about the titties, the boobies, the producer of the milk. This right here has probably been one of my biggest, or probably the best changes. It does increase in size. Again, imagine having 1 glass of water. Imagine pouring 1 glass of water inside one boob and the other, again, because the body is trying to produce food for the baby. If you're someone who is considering doing like boobs enhancement or enlargement, hold up a bit, wait a minute, get pregnant, have kids first before you might think twice about it, because again, it does naturally increase in size. And also, it does reduce in size as well. In some cases, it does also sag. That is my biggest fear. So take note of that. I just wanted you guys to know that there's a possibility of that going on. So next up is the belly, guys. Obviously, your body goes through a transformation. Your body goes from small to big, and then from big to maybe small. It's unbelievable how the body works. Belly obviously expands. Now, will your body get back to the normal pre-pregnancy form? Maybe, if you're lucky. With my why are you so excited? Why are you so excited? And it's just designed to expand and contract back to its natural form. So my belly, for the first one, it went back at least 90%, which was decent considering. But now the second one, I feel like it has gone down about 80-70%, but not completely to my pre-pregnancy phase, because let's be honest, I have gained weight, so I don't think it can ever be the same, but we're working towards getting it snatched. Okay, my tummy is not bad, but it's not perfect, but I love it. And I'm gonna show you guys what we're looking like right now. Someone just laughing. I'm gonna show you guys what we're looking like right now. So like I was saying, after delivery, at least for the first month, your tummy might still look a little bit big, and the skin definitely will feel and look a little bit looser, which is totally fine and normal. So don't feel like you have to really pressurize yourself towards getting back to what you looked like pre-pregnancy. Know that it took you 9 months for your body to expand to how it is or how it was during pregnancy or how it will be. So give yourself at least that same amount of time to get back to, you know, somewhere decent. Next up, the pelvic floor. This yeah, this is a little bit TMI. The pelvic floor might be weaker after pregnancy, after you've given birth, and obviously that makes complete sense because again, you're pushing out a full human being from that area. And I feel like people don't talk about this, right? Well, I personally experienced this while I was pregnant, not after giving birth, right? So while I was pregnant, this was like in my last trimester. That last trimester is the absolute ghetto. With the last trimester, the baby is pushing on every organ, the pelvic floor, like there's pressure everywhere. And it was so intense that at a point, if I laughed really hard or sneezed or coughed really hard, I would literally like lose some drops of pee. It's called incontinence, right? And a lot of people experience this postpartum because again, the floor might be weakened or will be weakened after giving birth. And I did do the pelvic examination. Let me tell you, this whole pregnancy, giving birth is the absolute ghetto. So they would like put their hands, there's gonna be a lot of invasion going on. So don't feel shy, don't feel like, oh, just spread it out. So she put, like, my midwife like did the pelvic floor exam. She had to put her hand in and kind of examine the walls, and I was asked to kind of contrast the different points if that makes sense. So contrast to see if it was actually contrasting. Oh, let's talk about the hips. The hips don't lie, and the hips will never lie. The hips broadens or widens in order to kind of accommodate and carry the baby. In my case, yes, it did happen. I feel like my hips are a little bit now they are wider. They've given me this feminineness going on, and they might also remain wide after giving birth. So that's something to take note of. I feel like when I'm wearing like trousers, I now like wiggle, and before when I put my leg inside trousers, to just zoop, and I'm like it's gone all the way. Now I like wiggle a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, we have something going on now. Another drastic change that goes on with your body has to do with your skin right now. So a lot of things can definitely go on when it comes to like your skin, the appearance of your skin, the elasticity of your skin, the pigmentation of your skin, the color of your skin, stretch marks. So something to take note of is that you might have stretch marks, and if you're someone who is prone to having stretch marks or you have existing stretch marks, it might increase. Also, pigmentation is something that people don't talk about. So after giving birth, my tummy became darker, right? And I feel like it has to do with the fact that it had expanded and now it was trying to contrast back to how it was initially. So my tummy was dark. It remained dark for a couple of weeks. I did experience it in both my pregnancies. Or I do want you guys to take note of that. If you also have stretch marks, again, note that your body is expanding and contrasting. It might increase, it might get worse. If you're someone who is itchy, definitely do not itch your belly, because it's one of the factors that kind of leads to having stretch marks on your tummy. Do not itch your tummy. Do not scratch it with your hands. Stay away from it. What you can do is to make sure that your tummy is always moisturized. Okay, so for some people, their skin tends to glow, and I feel like I experienced that during both pregnancies and postpartum as well. My skin has just been thriving and it's been doing its best. This is the best my skin has been since I can remember, and I feel like I do owe it all to like this whole process of pregnancy and birthing and all of that. I don't know how long this is supposed to last for but for now I'm definitely enjoying it, and I do know that it's due to hormonal changes, and it's also different depending on individuals, right? For some people it means clearer skin, for some other people it means intense acne. Another thing that I feel like you don't talk about is postpartum hair loss, guys. When I tell you that for some people anyways, your hair starts thinning, especially in front. So you might experience hair loss during postpartum. Your hair might thin out in the edges, this area right here and this area right here, and it's different things for different people. But I do want you guys to know that it is something that people go through, women go through after giving birth. Again, we owe it all to hormonal changes and hormonal imbalance and all of that. But I feel like this last month my hair has been breaking so much that I'm scared, and I'm actually considering like cutting it. Let's talk about the emotions and the changes that comes with it. Ooh, listen. So I think I said this in my previous video. That first week postpartum after giving birth, it's like your world is going and moving like this. You're not sure of what's gonna happen. You might be smiling one second, the next second you're crying. That week after giving birth is probably one of the most emotional week. The body just is trying to readjust. You might find yourself crying for no reason. You might find yourself crying for reasons, but you tend to be really emotional at that period. Things that would not necessarily normally make you mad or pissed or frustrated would tend to make you feel all those things, feel all those emotions. Be aware of it, embrace it, don't let it overwhelm you. I say this whole journey is a transformational journey. You are literally transforming, like you're becoming a new person overnight. This is the real life. This is the real when you guys ask, how do you balance, being a mom and being a content creator and life and work and all that? This is how we balance it. Because we're filming, you guys are seeing this. So this is the balance that you guys asked for. This is how we're doing it. So postpartum depression is a topic that I feel like a lot of us are scared to talk about. I've been in my feelings a couple of times, especially being away from home. And this adjustment has just been overwhelming, especially with like a newborn, with a new baby. Definitely get help if you are someone who is going through it currently. It is not easy. But yeah, that is something I just wanted to kind of highlight in this video, is that one of the emotional changes or emotional phases that you will go through after giving birth, that first week is going to be intense. And after that first week, how you handle the situation, the support you get is so important. Get every help and support that you can. Don't be ashamed or shy to ask for help if you do need help. So another thing that you will feel is obviously fatigue and sleep deprivation. If you've not heard of this at all, if it's not your dictionary, or if you're not aware of this, be aware of it. Something a lot of people say while you're still pregnant is that you need to get as much sleep as you possibly can before the baby comes, because once the baby shows up, that baby is going to take over your life, right? So the times you would typically sleep, you would typically have to now be awake, right? And with newborns, it's like a 1 hour off, 1 hour on, 1 hour off, 1 hour on. Your body has not been programmed to operate like that. Your body is basically programmed to go to bed at night and wake up in the morning, right? But for them, they don't know when it's morning, when it's night. All they know is that they need to be awake every 2 hours to eat and sleep. So you now have to reprogram yourself to behave that way and to operate that way. Expect this to happen, right? I feel like when you are not in denial of what is expected, when you know that this is going to happen, it prepares you physically and mentally to handle it. So with my first child, I expected it, but I had not experienced it. But now with my second, I had expected and experienced it. So it was kind of easier for me to navigate. I had to train my body to operate in the realm of how she was operating, if that makes sense. So that's something to take note of. You will be sleep deprived because now you are now a manufacturer of food, provider of love to this young human being. So your life now no longer belongs to you. In summary. Okay, another change that your body goes through has to do with like the abdominal muscle, right? So the abdominal muscle separates while you are pregnant, right? And then contrasts back after giving birth. Again, it tries to make room for the baby, right? However, for some people, it doesn't contrast to the pre-pregnancy phase, and that kind of leads to diastasis recti. I think that's how it's pronounced. Basically, it's a separation of the abdominal walls of the abdominal muscle, right? This one is a very sensitive topic because it leaves a physical alteration on the body, right? I do know that there are kind of exercises to help this. There's an operation for it if it's very intense, if it's very severe. But personally, I didn't experience it in either of my pregnancies, and I'm kind of really grateful for that because that was one of my biggest concerns and fears with like giving birth and with the whole pregnancy process. I wanted my tummy, I knew that my tummy would definitely change, but I wanted to be able to manage and control the change, right? I didn't want it to be very intense. And to be honest with you, even though we do have extra skin, a little bit of extra skin going on right here, like it's not so bad, but I could like feel the skin, right? It is nothing too intense and overwhelming that cannot be worked on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the end of this video, and I love sharing my experiences. This video was supposed to show the strength and beauty of the woman body, the miracle that lives within us. So, to every woman, you are amazing. So loves, this is the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, make sure you stay fabulous and blessed. Mwah. Kisses. Bye, guys. Kayla says bye as well.